Hello once again. Another Grand Arena is rolled round, and this time, just to recap, we're in the final. We're looking good. We've had a win against Fire and Coffee, and we've had a win against Dory Solman. And we are up against Hanniballektor this time, and this guy looks pretty good. He's in roughly the top 1,500 of Division 1 in the Erodium League, and we're probably about 2,500, 3,000. So this guy knows what he's doing. Ships, to start with, first and foremost, decent ships. His negotiator is 6 stars, so that's going to worry me a little bit. And depending on what he's got on defense, again, this final might come down to ships, as it quite often does. Character-wise, he's got a pretty good selection of relics out there. Good B1 battle droid, Grievous as well. Don't know whether he'll save that for offense or defense, so we'll see. But hopefully we'll have a counter for that. Decent Night Sisters, decent trade, decent rebels, good geos, very nice separatists as well. Padme, little bit weak, but we'll see. No Zeta on the Newt, which is great. IG, so those droids, those separatist droids are pretty good as well. Messed with the Zeta, and to top up, that's pretty much where the roster tops out. Yeah, Zeta on B2 Super Battle Droid, which will probably be my next Zeta to nearly round out the separatist droids. And yeah, let's see how he's done. So he's full cleared us, starting at the top. So defense a little bit different. Still don't have any Zetas on Shakti, so or any of the clones, but sometimes people overplay it. But wasn't really expecting a hold off that one. Bounty hunters are stuck in Wat Tambor, just because it makes it a little bit tougher for them to get through Bosk. But I've got a feeling that Bosk will need to be about Gear 13 and Relic 3 or 4 for this to properly work and be an issue. Tried a makeshift scoundrel team, but that didn't really bother him too much. Then we had Night Sisters and Geos, blew through those. And at the back, we did get a hold with that separatist team. So that's good news anyway. And yeah, he didn't find Ewok and Malak combination too much of an issue. Ships, we know we might even drop a battle on ships, so we know we need to keep. Oops, that's Mrs. Moon. Yeah, rare daytime recording actually. Mrs. Moon and Baby Moon are at Baby Club, so I've got a couple of hours to get this done. So defense, he's got Padme, which not too bothered about. Missing a few key Zetas and gear levels, but not going to sleep on it. Clones, again, there's gear and Zetas. Not too bothered about it, but I will need to take in something fairly firm. That's some decent relic levels on the Sith Empire team. And then down south, which we want to do first, we've got Rebels, which is a strong Rebels actually, with C3PO in there, and a Karth team as well. So I think what I want to do is open up south first, and I may regret this, but I could take in my Rebels as well, but I'm gonna take in my. Might save old Ben actually. Old Ben's not bad actually. Not bad in this situation. So I might go into something like this. Again, Basti Lead is pretty good here as well. But if I'm using Basti Lead, I may as well use these. Yeah, I could go something slightly different like Basti Lead, Ezra, Hermit Yoda, Wampa, etc., which wouldn't be a bad shout. If I had a little bit more wiggle room, I think I'd probably go for that one. But I'm going to go with this anyway. And let's try and get straight into Chewbacca. Want to get the mark on him. Okay. Need to really free up this. Right, let's put some ability block out there and spread some goodies here. So that's Chewbacca done, which is the main threat. So let's spread these. I don't need to nick anything. Let's put that over to Yoda once again. Let's take away some turn meter from Han Solo. Okay, and let's attack out a turn just to get that protection back. Let's actually put a taunt over here. Let's get rid of those stacks of translation. Nice stun. Do I want to heal here? Does that heal up? Gives a little bit of bonus protection. And who do we want to attack out a turn with here? Just get that, hopefully get those banners back up. And if we can get like 59 or something like that, 58, 59 here, that's not too bad. Okay. And I'm hoping there's not going to be something too much in the back, but we'll see. I think here I was tossing up between, so here and Padme I was tossing up between, I think Padme gets taken out by a Palpatine, no problem. Speed-wise, not particularly quick, so Padme and Thrawn would get the jump on that 240. But I think I'm actually going to use, just because it's a fairly safe counter, and to get the turn meter rolling, fairly safe counter, and I've used it plenty of times. The old Republic bunker busters, and okay, let's go. Who's got the most? Right, there we go. Let's go there. Let's put a buff immunity out. Let's put in a fracture first and foremost here. Let's start now on mission. Okay, let's get a stun out there. Decent amount of stuns. Let's take care of that turn meter. Yeah, so we really do have to be careful with mission. Let's go across here again. Let's get basically a double turn with Thrawn. Okay, and we just need to get through this really, because at the moment we just want to pop the back, and then we can have a look at what we've got. Okay, that makes things a whole lot easier. Let's see if we can get some stuns out there. Okay, we can. Juhani can be a little bit annoying. Okay, let's go back over to Canderous Ordo now. Let's top up some protection on Vader. Again, I've got a feeling that every banner will matter in this one. And yeah, it's the... we've just had ARC Trooper in. I'm not going to worry too much about Zalbar, just because it gives me an opportunity here to get that protection back. So I am going to just fracture here. And until I've got plenty of time, 3 minutes. And yeah, I do want to get some more protection back. If I can. Let's try with Grand Moff Tarkin. Maybe that might cover it, although that might be 58 banners. I'm not quite sure. They might just register for it. I don't know. No, 60. That's fine. They did both register. That's fine. So that's a net win in my book. I'll take that. What have we got in the back? Ah, perfect. So now we can use a selection of hard counters here. This will probably be the toughest team, because I am going to lose a few banners here. But droids, let's go for this nuke team. And where is IG-88? BB-8. T3 and Imperial Probe Droid. And yeah, the Basti Relic level 7. That's a decent relic. Right, let's try and get some target lock over here. Okay, no target lock on Malak. There's the target lock. So we got it second time of asking. Plenty of debuffs around at the moment. Sometimes this doesn't wipe out Basti, and I'll show you it doesn't really matter that much, because more so it's, there we go, okay. So it's more so that the important bit is that you've got the health up anyway. Corrupted Battle Meditation is a bit of an issue. Doesn't want to do it. Yeah, decrease, it didn't tell me exactly, but should be able to go over to Malak here. Okay, 314,000, that's fine. Again, this is, now I'm just left with Grievous. I want to go in and crawl again on Darth Revan, I think. But the big threat there is gone. Okay, so, right, that's a little bit annoying. And basically because we didn't, that's a little bit annoying, but what can you do? We took in our hardest counter and it didn't work. So, but at least we've got rid of Malak anyway. So let's finish this off, actually. Let's see what we've got. So this just means now that I've got to do... Okay, I might use Galactic Republic here, just to finish that off. Yeah, let's go Galactic Republic. And do I prefer C3PO or R2? Don't mind R2 actually. Reason being, it gives us quite a lot more stacks of... there we go, take the initial onslaught. Let's put it... let's do a big hit. Let's see what we can do with Bastila Shan Fallen. Okay, nice. Let's put that protection back up. Yeah, that's problematic. Okay, I'll go over here, try and get a stun on HK. This may, 20 stacks may take out Darth Revan. Nice. Oof, this is a strong old team. 28 banners. Ouch, that's dropped around about 40 banners in that battle. So that could be the key to it. What did we have in the back again? Imperial Troopers and First Order. Okay, so where do I fancy? I fancy probably Rebels here. And this is definitely going to just be a 3-man. Make up some banners. Let's go straight in with Shakti, finish her off. Let's then take out 5s, although wouldn't mind trying to get a stun here against Rex. Let's pull that turn meter. Okay, there goes Echo. Okay, definitely need to... Right, 61. It's not too bad. Rex is always an annoying character. Galactic Republic here, I think... I mean, I guess Padme can't get fear. What Zeta has he got? Yeah, the leadership. So Padme can't get fear. I don't think. Or is it this one? Oh, no, she's immune to fear anyway. Right. But I think I will take in a hard counter of... Like, Sith Triumvirate is probably better here than Sith Empire. But actually, yeah, I think Sith Empire is absolutely fine to 3-man. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. Right, let's get some fear out there anyhow. Let's take advantage of that, and now let's try and get rid of... Oops, we did a bit too much damage to Jedi Knight Anakin there. And let's get rid of him. Okay, the 60 is fine, don't mind that. Okay, and what have we got? Have we got Negotiator in the back? We do. Okay, so I think this will all come down to ships. Right, so probably resistance against that First Order, and then triumvirate against troopers. Just try and undersize this because they're going to be attacking out of turn quite a lot. Let's isolate over here. Let's go in against Colonel Stark, I guess. Okay, let's get a bit held by hatred up there. Let's turn meter wise. Let's go for Veers. Then over on Death Trooper, probably. Doesn't matter who. I think we're not going to do great banners here anyway. 59, yeah. Probably should have... actually, let's have a look at the speed on some of these First Order. 159, okay. I know they're going to get 30. Let's go resistance. I was just thinking of Imperial troopers to go in there, but let's go with something fairly hard, and yeah, let's go with this. Try and seal up the 60. Okay, let's put the offense in here. First Order officer, wouldn't mind getting rid of fairly quickly. I'll take the turn meter. I'll actually probably take the turn meter off there. Take a little bit of turn meter off here. I'll head on in against First Order TIE Pilot, see if we can finish him off. Let's keep that momentum going. Oh, nice dodge. Let's try a stun over here. We'll just basic, and then we'll get some more translation on the go. Big hit in here. Okay, and 60 there. So I think that Darth Malak squad was pretty costly. I know I'm going to need to one-shot this. Let me just work out very quickly what banners I need, because I think this might be pretty tough, actually. Okay, so I need 61 banners just to even draw on this one, so... Ugh. Yeah, not looking good, especially with my track record of ships. Okay. Right, we've got to go Negotiator anyway. 61 banners, I don't even know if that's doable, but we're going to try it anyway. And I'll look back at this and go, oh... speed-wise... so let's have a look at this. Does this pre-taunt in any way, shape or form? So that's like its reinforcement ability. Okay. 15 max for each. Okay, so it's going to have 45% extra. And recovers 10%. Okay. Right, it is just a question of whether I try and just shoot straight for Anakin's ship. And whether I can or not, actually. Because I know it'll probably go under stealth anyway. Or whether I go for the turn meter in terms of like 5s as well, and then bring in Ahsoka, and then bring in Plo Koon, and then Clone Sergeant. I think I kind of like the extra damage. Let's see if we can just sort of 3-man this. I'm not holding out any hope here anyway for 61 banners, but right, okay, so okay, that's a big hit. Right, let's go in here. Let's put some healing immunity over there and trigger that first one. Let's put some days out there as well. That's a big hit. Right, that's a big hit. Anakin is still under stealth. How many target locks have we got? 1, 2. We've got 2. Okay. Plo Koon, come on in. Should have just gone unyielding loyalty, actually. That might be costly. Okay, that's 1 down anyway. Should have just gone unyielding loyalty. Oh, right, okay, let me get rid of that taunt. Let me go over to Jedi Knight Anakin. How can I not click on him? Definitely not under stealth. Right there. What does that do? Offense up. Or do I just want to try and go for the kill? A little bit risky, but let's try and finish him off. Okay, that's fairly big. Again, I'm going to look back at this, and this is definitely winnable. Frustrating as it is. See if we can regen any protection, maybe. See, I think by bringing in... like, that's the only one I've got left. Yeah, okay, so... what's that? 61 banners? Yes, I. Oh, Plo Koon, why did you bring him in? 1901. 1901. Okay, whoever wins this deserves it. I think I've got more GP. 4840. And Hanniballektor has 4783. However, I'm not quite sure how it works. So I think, so, well, I've seen reports where it is based on GP. I've seen reports it's just a coin toss. So this final is down to the wire. So let me know in the comments who you think's going to win. And what I will do is I'll probably wait until a little bit later on tonight to post the result. Yeah, I'm just trying to think the best way to do this. 1901, 1901, you say. Why did I have to bring in Plo Koon? I don't know which way this is going to go. Um, I mean, I'm happy that I got through the ships, but yeah, kind of mixed feelings on this. But as I said, Hanniballektor, well played, and yeah, we'll see who wins a little bit later on. Right. See you in a few hours. Okay, so we're a few minutes out from the results. I've actually been chatting to Hanniballektor, and he's a pretty sound guy. Um, Reached out to him and said what an insane final that was to have a draw, and he also he's one of the only other people that I've met that uses General Grievous as a like a one man solo. And apparently he tried using that on the only battle that we lost, that we defended, which was that Newt team. Um, in terms of tiebreakers, this is the official line from the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes wiki. In the rare occasion of the event ending with tied banners, the player with a higher GP will win. In the extremely rare chance of equal banners and equal GP, a random player wins. If two players tie in Grand Arena with the exact same amount of banners at the end of the round, then Galactic Power will be used to resolve the tie. The galactic power of both players is captured at the time of matchmaking and does not update at the end of the battle. So this is going to be pre-lock-in. I'll just switch back to game. Okay, and we're back in the studio. Oh, a C- comment from Benji. I'll be getting on to him shortly. So yeah, in the Grand Arena, it was, and again, this was an absolutely fantastic Darth Revan team. I still don't know who will take this, just because we don't know pre. Galactic Power 2768, and then his Galactic Power in ships is 2020. His is actually his ship Galactic Power is more than mine. In characters, I've got a little bit more, and then overall 4788. I know I've been hammering the upgrades this time around, but yeah, I still don't know, because I don't know whether. Yeah, so let's have a look anyway. Whew, nervous times. Let's have a look. Okay, that was a win for us. Pretty glad with it. My thoughts on this one are Hanniballektor was a really, really good opponent, one of the better opponents that I've had recently. I thought I'd meet him in the final based on his roster, and there were some real problem characters that I do notice a lot of the time during that Grievous battle that I had with the Nuke team. Relic 7 Bastillers sometimes cause an issue, and that's something that annoys me a little bit. Grievous doesn't seem to be able to, when he does, so when you've done your target lock, you've done your carbonite with T3, and then you go for the crawl on Bastila, sometimes it doesn't hit, and that is annoying, because ideally what you want then is it can still one-shot Malak afterwards with your health up. It doesn't, again, it brings your chances down a little bit of getting a crit hit. But I think with Relic 7 it kind of negates most of that. So but yeah, it's just the damage output. I don't know whether it's just armor that she gets. Mine isn't on gear 13, so mine's gear 12 at the moment, so it would be nice to see another reason as to why that was. Maybe she gets more armor, maybe she gets more health or protection, I really don't know. But yeah, that was a great team. My thoughts on the tie system: two ways of looking at it. You could argue the point that yeah, bigger GP should win it because it's the favourite. As a higher GP you're going to be more favourite to win something. I think another argument is that the lower GP should win it because they were more efficient. I'm not going to sit on either side of which I feel, because I think at the end of the day you've got to decide there's got to be a way of doing it. So and as long as they stick by that, that's fine, and as long as we know what the rules are and how it works, that's fine. That doesn't matter. Yeah, Hannibal, good opponent, nice guy to talk to as well. So thank you very much for the incredibly close fight. And one last send off for Benji. So Benji is an officer, and the situation that he's in at the moment is something quite close to my heart as well. On Discord earlier, I read an announcement that he was leaving the guild because the fun wasn't there anymore, if I remember right. And like, I get it. It is a grind. Every time you feel in this game that you've caught up a little bit, as something new comes along, or we have long spells of no content and then loads of content all at once, and then you've got to scramble to get it, and you feel left behind. A lot of the time the pressure can be put on by ourselves as well, rather than the guilds, because most of the time the guild that you're in doesn't really care. The guild cares that the guild stays together. If you need to take a step back from the game for a week or two, or move down to a less competitive guild, do it. That's my advice to anyone in that situation, where it's a case of, if you feel that you need to be more competitive, you need to be less competitive, you've got a busy time at work, you've got a busy time at home, go out there and do it, and sort of just even take a break from it, have fun, still hang out. You will always usually be welcome back in the Discord server, because you know, we're brother in arms in this game. You know, a lot of the time we just play the game because of the community that we're in, rather than the game being so awesome. Because the reality of this is, if there were no guilds and there was an easy way to communicate, we wouldn't be doing this anymore. I firmly believe that if guilds sort of aren't on Discord as well, they don't stay together, because guild chat is horrendous. But anyway, less of that, on to Benji, and we're going to give him a final farewell. I'm not 100% sure whether he's retiring or just retiring from the guild. Let me know on Discord, Benji, what you're doing, or PM if that's easier. So let's have a look at the stats. So coming up to 4 million, so a nice milestone there. What am I looking at here? Well, I don't really know. Total gear donated in guild. That's a little bit low. Right, okay. I don't know what I'm doing there anyway. Let's have a look at fleet. So ships. Oh, look at that sandbagging. Okay, so here's another reason. What we've just seen there is the exact reason as to why you do not want to sandbag. Remember, it's only your top 80 characters that count towards the GP matchmaking. So if, again, there's a lot of these that you will be able to upgrade and get a higher GP. I've never really sandbagged. I sandbagged for one Grand Arena when I was just at the threshold of Division 2 to Division 1, just because I had a few ships to do and I didn't want to go into Division 1 just because of a ship upgrade or two. But I think in the majority it will help your guild, it will help getting closer to a star. And I'm not just on about one person, I'm on about if all 50 people are doing it as well. I guess there's the argument of okay, well, you're going to suffer in territory wars. Do we use all our squads in territory wars? We don't. We use about 50% of them. We place 3, 4 or 5 maybe max on defense, and then do about 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. So we use 10 teams as a total. I feel like 10 teams, 12 teams. What's that? 60 characters in your territory wars. So I don't think that's. I personally feel that's not a great argument. Okay, so what has he been concentrating on? So I guess Rebels, Houndstooth looking good. So Anakin, looking good. That will really come on when Anakin goes to gear 13. All lovely Geos. But Geo Soldier 76. So yeah, a lot of gear 1 ships here. Negotiator at 5 stars, which is always nice to see. But yeah, I mean, in terms of that, Rebels, Galactic Republic, you don't really have to worry too much about Empire or Vulture Droid. He's got a 5 star, so that looks good. And let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, if he's getting ranked 3 in Arena with all those negotiators, which are now going to 6, and I believe that some people are even sort of at 7 star now. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't change it. Let's have a look at the Rebels, actually. And yeah, that's an absolutely fantastic rank. Especially, right, Bistan. That's why he's put in the work with Bistan and Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. Because I was looking at Han's Millennium Falcon and they're not gear 13, so I was thinking, well, how is he doing that? But yeah, Bistan's U-Wing, that's going to hit very, very hard as well. So hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's what I'll have to say about that. All right, okay. One of the only Jolie Bindos that I've seen at gear 13 and Relict. I actually felt that Jolie would be a really good, useful gear 13 and Relic. Because of his nightmare in terms of just getting him down, even at gear 12. But yeah, I don't think it's as good as I thought it would be. But it's an interesting one, and depending on the relic level, again, they're so expensive to sort of get up the relic tiers. So, but it is just the way the gear falls as well. Makes sense because he's got Jedi Knight Revan, he's got Grandmaster Yoda at 5, so it does make sense to sort of get those as well. Those are okay. So, Geo Brood Alpha. Let's start at the start and have a look at these Geos. So these should be smashing. Probably at Clay, I would have thought, with that. Geobrood Alpha at 7. Wow, that's going to be hugely tanky. Let me have a look at what we've got. Runs a speed. Is that a speed set on it? Yeah, speed set, which I agree with. That's really quick as well. 272. Health and protection. So yeah, that's nice. About 165,000. Yeah, nice relic on that. Let's have a look at Sith Empire. And we know that he runs that in Arena. Malak at 6. So, yeah, I don't think he'll have any trouble doing the climb on that. Nice Darth Scion relic level 7. That's pretty good. And B1 Battle Droid. Let's have a look at Sith. Look at that Treya as well. Let me know, Benji, if they're any good or whether you use them for anything other than beating Geos. I actually really like the Sith Triumvirate. I would like to take them to gear 13 actually, but it really is a galaxy of priorities at the moment. Separatists, another favourite faction of mine. B1 Battle Droid and Grievous at Relic 7. That's going to get holds on Grand Arena. Newt Gunray Zeta gear 12, nice. B12 and 2 gear pieces on him at 12 as well, and with the Zeta, nice. Droidica with the Zeta, nice. IG Magna Guard there, Wat Tambor with the Zeta as well. All Jango Fett. Come on, Benji. That's a nice character to have, Jango Fett. I feel as I go down this roster because the top is absolutely stacked. I'm going to see a load of Gear 1. The other biggie is Fist Nest, Relic level 4. I'd assume if you've got that character, you put them on defense on Grand Arena as opposed to offense. I guess it works on both, but I wonder what the preference is. Jedi training Rey, so it looks like he's. I'm just thinking about the new the new sequels, and I know there's going to be First Order. We've got Hux coming, we've got Sith Trooper they call it, even though we've got a Sith Trooper. Night Sisters, let's have a look at those. Yeah, that's pretty scary when you open that up on the tables. Let's check the runs of speed set as well. 254, so it's going to go to 284. A huge amount of potency there. I really like running them with potency. I know with the Sarge and Talzin, I think they both gain 30% potency anyway. Actually, wouldn't mind seeing a few more Night Sisters in the game. I know, I know that they were saying we're going to be sick of Clone War content by the time we're finished. Well, I'm not really sick of it. Unfortunately. Padme, Kenobi, etc. That's looking good. Zombie relic level 2. Let's have a look how annoying that is. Some really interesting relics here, actually. Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be a tough time getting through that. Okay. Yeah, I'd even at 3.9, so I'm roughly about 1 million GP higher, and it just shows the disparity in the rosters, how much work he's put in. Clever Zetas. I would not like to face Benji in Grand Arena. I'd still win, I think, but no, I actually don't think I would. I think his main squads are way too tough. Yeah, so looking. Oh, Wampa. Yeah, definitely. Although Wampa is a tough gear, actually, if I remember right. I remember saving up for. I've saved up all the gear for Treya, and while she was unlocking, this must have been about 2-3 years ago. 2 years ago, maybe. And anyway, while I was waiting for her to get 7-star, I got really, really bored, and I spent all of Treya's gear on Wampa, and luckily I'd got it back to where it needed to be anyway. But yeah, I was so impatient, and Wampa looked so good, so that's when I did it. It is a heavy gear, so if you haven't done him, gear's better served somewhere else at the moment, I believe. And then we've got the Cliff. Oh yes, here's the Cliff range trooper on all these characters at level 1. I guess let's put it this way. I guess this is more like a maybe a 4.5 million in disguise. With getting them all up to 85, it's quite hard to tell actually, but certainly top end of the roster is very, very competitive. And some really, really nice decisions. Nothing wasted. Let's just check the speed on Darth Revan. So all 320, so pretty good. And then Jedi Knight Revan as well. Let's have a look. 302, so pretty fast, pretty competitive. Whether it's on defense, it's going to cause an opponent a tough time. Whether it's on offense, it's going to be an easy win. Where the future of this game is going, let's have a look. Oh my, yeah, I mean, this is likely where the game is going to go. The Clone Wars, depending on how much you like the like Clone Wars is a weird one. So like when the prequel, I've been thinking more and more about this, and when the prequels sort of came out, the general feeling I felt was like most people hated them and was a disappointment. And there's a few reasons as to why that may be. George Lucas kind of said, well, these are my films, I'm going to do them how you want, or how I want, and you know, you can go to hell if you don't like it, kind of thing, which I quite like. And it's his story, and I completely believe that he should tell it how he wants to tell it. And the prequels came along, and then like Clone Wars came along, which I believe was George Lucas as well, and then that sort of I don't know whether you'd call it like character development or what. But then suddenly, like and I've been seeing this a lot on YouTube as well, about, like, I don't know whether it's because the new sequels, people don't like them and now they're starting to appreciate, or whether they've grown up a bit and are revisiting them, or whether it's the Clone Wars that's had a huge effect on people's perceptions and knowing the backstories and having this affinity with the characters. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, Clone Troopers, that's going to be a big faction. Long story short, Galactic Republic, again, this is going to be a way where the game is going for light side territory battles. It does take time. And that's one of the most annoying things, is when you complete something, you don't really get a break, you're straight on to the next thing. My thoughts on... but yeah, Benji overall, a very competitive looking roster. Gear up those ships and those characters, and it'd be nice to see, if they're all 85, what the actual roster would be. I reckon about 4.6, 4.65, I reckon. Can't remember what it is. Well, you could probably work it out anyway. I think it's about 2,000 for each 85 character. So depending on how many how many characters he's got, times that by 2,000. And then ships, I'm not quite sure on the GP increase because they've got pilots as well. So, but yeah, it would be interesting. Looks very similar to, I mean, this looks actually better than a lot of the opponents that we faced recently as well. My initial thoughts, I haven't seen a huge amount of testing on ARC Trooper yet. From what I've read or from what I've heard, you've got to have General Anakin Skywalker really to take advantage of it. But yeah, I'm going to stay indifferent to it at the moment. I'm not, as I said, I'm going to have a little look into it first to see whether it's just a case of it will make the clone faction better, whether it's just for General Skywalker. I'd assume, obviously, I know that we're going to need it for light side territory battles, but what I would like to do on mine at the moment is just finish off Jedi Knight Anakin to get to 7, maybe a few more relics. Oh, that's so close, only 10 more to go. And then we can start smashing some Malaks and gases ourselves. Yeah, like even Negotiator, I'd like to get a couple of couple of relic levels. Padme as well, Yoda, R2. Yeah, I'd just like to continue getting these guys stronger. We'll find out pretty soon how important ARC Trooper is, and when we do this first set of light side territory battles, I was late to Geobrood Alpha because I didn't realise how good Geobrood Alpha would be, but so yeah, if it's going to be sort of a mirror character or there's special missions, yeah, you can count me in. I'll be farming that pretty quickly. So yeah, that wraps it up. And okay, so yeah, as I said, that was lucky. Errors on my side, errors on his side. Again, it's not about being perfect. It's just about, again, if we hadn't had that, we wouldn't have had such an entertaining Grand Arena. Collect up the rewards here. These are the nice ones. And let's check the leaderboard. This does change as well. I know that. I haven't got anything on it. Right, there's just a new one dropping, 18 squad battles. Right, let's have a little look. So have people gone up to Kyber League yet? Okay, no. So about 4,500. I know this will change a little bit as people log in and get their rewards, etc. Dramaniac 83, he rings a bell. I'm sure that was one of our old opponents, actually. GSF Alpha, I think that is. So he's absolutely killing it this time. Mololisa, not the one from the Mighty Chlorians, Mobile Gamer. See if we recognise anyone else in the top 50 at the moment. Everest, I know Everest. He's in my arena shard. And that's about it at the moment. So, yeah, so we're doing all right. Again, that was a very, very close one. So yeah, all that's left for me to say is thank you once again for watching the content, supporting the content. If you're here right at the end, that's got to be worth a like, a comment, or a subscribe. And if you do want to continue the conversation over on Discord, I'll leave the link in the description. It's free to join, and rules are keep it safe for work, kids. So anyway, I'll leave you with it. Good luck with all your Grand Arenas. Let me know on what you'll be working on before next time. During this Grand Arena, we got a Zeta on Newt, which I'm probably going to spike up his speed at the moment. Now we've got that Zeta on it, it's going to be even more important. So I'm probably going to get him, or try and get him closer to 300. Might even just do something silly like put on my fastest mod set here. We got B1 Battle Droid to 7-star and to gear 13 very, very quickly. We got Kenobi up about 2 relics. We got Grandmaster Yoda to 13. We increased on R2 and Han Solo. Jedi Anakin went from about relic 4 to 6 and will very soon be 7. IG Magna Guard. Shakti is now 6-star as of tonight. IG Magna Guard has gone up 2 levels from 8 to 10, and will fairly shortly be at 11. These separatists I really, really do like. The way I feel, I kind of want to finish off the dark side territory battles and ace that first, rather than just spread resources and doing clones. Again, we'll all have to find out how it's going to be when they sort of come around. It'll only be a few days anyway. But yeah, I would like to finish out that separatist droid squad, because I think they're also a whole lot of fun, and that's what this game is about as well, is having fun with these characters that we invest a whole load of time, whole load of effort, whole load of resources, and a whole load of money as well at times. So we should be able to have some fun with them. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. I hope you all have a lovely evening, and this time we may well be heading to the Kyber League. We've got 3 battles left. We've lost 2 over this whole cycle. We're 5,500 points away, so we'll be wanting to get 3 wins just to guarantee it. You know me though, definitely falling at the last hurdle. So, but hey, this was a skin of the teeth. I don't know what you were all so worried about anyway. But yeah, what are the chances of drawing? I know it does happen, but the reality is there's so many variables. So hey, great matchup. I hope you've enjoyed it. Head on over to Discord to carry on talking, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your evening.